I want to start with some stuff that comes out of Helsinki. I'll be
Okay.
really quick because I think there'll probably be a lot about it. I wanted to ask you a broad question first, but since this question came up at the White House briefing just now, and your colleague over there gave a rather unusual answer to when she was asked about whether or not the administration would support or would help Russian investigators interview former American officials or American citizens in general, but also former American officials, including a former ambassador to Russia. She said that this is something the president was going to take under advisement to talk about with his team. Why is this just not simply is this just not a non-starter to begin with?
Well,
why are you even considering it?
I can't answer on behalf of the White House with regard to that, but what I can tell you is that the overall assertions that have come out of the Russian government are absolutely absurd. The fact that they want to question 11 American citizens and the assertions that the Russian government is making about those American citizens, we do not stand by those assertions that the Russian government makes. The prosecutor general in Russia is well aware that the United States has rejected Russian allegations in this regard. Those have been refuted by, among other things, the Southern District Court of New York in other cases that are somewhat related. Instead, we continue to urge Russian authorities to work with the U.S. Department of Justice to pursue those in Russia who, in fact, perpetrated the fraudulent scheme that Russia refers to. That targeted not only Mr. Browder, but also his company and others, and also the Russian people as a whole.
So does that mean that at least speaking for the State Department, that you would object to, oppose, and not allow or not grant a Russian request or demand to interview a former ambassador, someone who used to work for this building?
And I believe some of that would fall under the Department of Justice. So I'd have to loop in the Department of Justice on this. This is something that just came out.
Yeah.
I didn't get a chance to see the entire White House briefing a short while ago, so I will just tell you that Russian assertions are absolutely absurd at this point.
Well, I get that, but I mean, is this something that's just out of the question that you're not going to allow? Because her response has frankly caused a great deal of concern, not just among members of the previous administration, but among
Matt,
former officials going
what
back.
I provided you right now
Russia,
is all that I have
Yeah.
for you on this, but I will be sure to look into it and understand that it would be a grave concern to our former colleagues here.